everyone, and welcome back to the 30-Day Summit. This is part 2. My interview with Akbar. Sheikh is continuing, but now he's going to take us behind the scenes inside of his ClickFunnels account and show us one of his main webinar funnels. So Akbar, welcome back, and please feel free to take it away.
Well, thank you. I'm excited for everyone because this is pretty interesting. I don't know if you guys have ever seen anything like this. I don't know if you've ever seen an uglier or simpler funnel that I'm about to show you that is extraordinarily profitable, top 1% type. And I say that as a form of encouragement, not a form of showing off because I really don't care how much they make. But I want to show you about the split test here. So this is my first page, right? So you go to my website, which is akbarsheikh.com, and you're going to see one of these sites. Now, this is a live split test. Let's compare the two. So, well, first of all, tell me, which one do you think won? So let's compare the two. Here we go. I help businesses scale to 7 figures by ethically injecting principles of persuasion into their funnel. Smiley face. See exactly how we've recently helped 7 funnels hit 7 figures. Put your name, put your email, watch the free masterclass. Okay. Then the same image, same exact image, everything the same, wording change. See exactly what was done to help 7 funnels hit 7 figures. We just kind of got right to the point. So Bailey, which one do you think won? The long one or the short one?
Oh gosh, I'm going to say the short one.
I don't mean to put you on the spot.
I know. Now people are going to doubt my abilities as a funnel expert. I'm going to go ahead and say the shorter one.
Well, if you guessed the shorter one, you guessed exactly the one that I guessed. And I said the same thing. I said the shorter one's going to win. But we're always learning. And what was interesting here, this is just some stats here. What's interesting is actually the long one won by about 5%. Okay. So, which was shocking to me, this is at a 5% higher opt-in rate, right? And we're still toying with it. Actually, the opt-in rate's not as high as it should be. It's about 22%. It should be a lot higher. We're toying with a couple of different things. Actually, I had it at one point at 75%, but then, we're always, lately I've been toying with things, which actually I probably shouldn't be. If it's not broken, don't fix it. I think I spent one year, I'm just like, let's experiment and have some fun. I think that was a mistake. I'm probably going to revert everything back to the way it originally was. But anyway, so let's take a look at why the long form won. I help businesses scale to 7 figures by ethically injecting principles of persuasion into their funnel. So we have a story here, right? Over here, there's few buzzwords. Help. Help is a big word, right? I help. That's a buzzword. I help businesses scale to 7 figures. So now I've told people like what it is we do. So now it's like, wait a minute. If I've said I've helped businesses scale to 7 figures, now the mind is saying, oh wait, maybe he can help me scale to 7 figures? As opposed to saying, see exactly what was done to help 7 funnels hit 7 figures, right? So you see how it's totally different? It's like totally different messaging. Then I put in and then I actually talk about something specific, ethically injecting principles of persuasion. Now, to get a higher opt-in rate, you want to invoke curiosity. Now, this is pretty interesting. What is this? Ethically injecting principles of persuasion. What is that? That's interesting. That's like a cool little nugget, right? And then in small print, we're like, see exactly how we've recently, which is another buzzword, so it's current, recently helped 7 funnels hit 7 figures. So you can see what's missing here. You see what I'm saying? You have a little bit of friendliness here with the smiley face. So you see the difference, Bailey?
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
Word choice, copy. I mean, that's incredibly important in your funnels.
Yeah, absolutely. So this one, now let's dissect this a little bit more. When I had this set up a little bit more properly, this exact page with the exact wording, actually when I take them directly here, you see over here they have options and stuff. So in a more pure sense, I got a much higher opt-in rate, like 75%. Now, let's take a look at a few reasons why. Number one, you have this weird picture of me. Why am I by a lake with ducks? No idea. That's just a photo shoot I did, but it works. Now, water is considered tranquil in psychology of sales. There is a tranquility of water. There is an authority piece to water. The properties that are most expensive are typically waterside, so on and so forth. So these things matter. So you have me fooling everyone into thinking I'm a professional that wears suits when in reality I'm a t-shirt and shorts kind of guy. But, I dressed up a little bit nicely, wore a nice watch. Now I'm looking at the wording. Now that's proven to work. If I'm looking here, guess what? You're looking here instead of over here, or getting distracted. I'm looking here, you're looking here. Then I'm holding a desired result that you want. If you're on my page, you probably want this. This is a two comma couple word, right? And I'm saying I help businesses get this desired result by doing this. Want to see how? Watch. So it's very congruent. Now, anybody can do this with your own funnel. So, for example, if you're selling health, right, and you're talking about six packs, more than likely you want to show a picture of their desired result, which is a six pack. And you want to look professional. You probably want to look in an authoritative, kind of nice place near the water. And you can say, I help people get a six pack by ethically injecting 3, eating habits in their life. Do you know what I mean? See exactly how we've helped 362 people get a six pack recently. Do you know what I mean? So you can use this formula in any niche that you're in. Does that make sense, Billy?
Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Cool. So this is a pretty highly converting opt-in page. All right. So people opt in here on the first page, and then you have the about and I don't think we need to go through all these unless you want me to, Billy. I mean, they're just well, actually, it's pretty cool. So when you click on coaching, because I offer coaching, it actually goes directly to my coaching bot, which is pretty funky. And you have a whole bot sequence here that directs people. So what happened is before I would tell people like, hey, my coaching program consists of this, and to qualify, you need to do this. And like I used to manually tell everybody about it, which was a freaking nightmare. I have to tell, like everyone who asks me, I have to tell them and text them and copy and paste. Now, nothing. Now the bot just does it. Explains to them in a video. And then I'm like, they have to answer yes or no. And then I'm like, for example, I've made it according to my brand. I'm like, do you promise to make the positive difference in the world? Because I actually won't take you on as a client unless, you have something that's going to make the world a better place. So then I explain the whole thing, and then I'm like, do you want to see the kind of stuff we've accomplished? And I'm like, yes. And then it like tells all the accomplishments we've done. And I do that because I'm like, that's what would help people do. So then like I don't have to manually tell people, now my bot's doing it. It tells them everything. Anyway, it puts them through a whole sequence that ends up where they get to schedule a call with me. So that's the coaching thing. And then about, you just have a regular about page. It's just, my little story, with the cheesy picture. And then a call to action. Do you want us to go back to the same call to action? Do you want to go there in case they get distracted, right? Maybe we always want to bring them back to your main call to action. Then the free book, which is actually a pretty cool thing. This is a pretty awesome lead magnet, and I'll tell you why. So I'm giving them something that they really want, which is a 7-figure blueprint. And then what happens is, this hasn't been updated. So you can see, guys, done is better than perfect. For a better opt-in rate, you shouldn't have first name, last name. You should just have name and email. We just haven't updated this yet. So you can tell, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just get it up there. You'll still work. Anyway, what's really cool about this is when you opt in, you actually get on my email address, right? You actually get on my list. Name is haha hihi, right? And what'll happen is you'll get on my email list, and you'll actually get on my bot list, right? And then the bot actually says, oh, you want the free book? The free book's actually in my Facebook group, right? And then so now you're going to join my Facebook group. So in one campaign, I got you in you see it, and then we did something funny here, we did a little gift, congrats. And oh, here, you want the book? It's in my group. You have to go get it. And it gives them a reason to go do it. So now with one opt-in, you're in my email list, you're on my bot, and you're in my Facebook group. Now, guys, remember, email is not dead, right? But bots get an 80-90% open rate. You should be building your bot list too, right? And then we have contact, which, what is this? This is just what is watch? I don't even know. If you're serious about real, watch this. Oh, again, taking them back to the webinar. So yeah, when they opt in, what's interesting is as soon as they opt in, guess what? They go directly to my webinar replay page. Now you're going to say, wait a minute, this is kind of weird. Wait a minute. So as soon as they opt in, they go directly to your webinar. That's kind of weird. This is called a webinar replay room, right? So it's not like one of these things where you schedule it. It's opt in, get to watch it right now, and it's the replay. And we don't pretend that we're live and any of that stuff. it's all unnecessary. To be totally honest with you, you have to be ethical. There's no reason not to be. If you're being unethical, you're just being lazy, and you're just being lazy. But here's the thing: we just do a webinar, and we keep them enticed. Secret one: people see over 4,000 ads a day. See how you can shine above them. Now the point is, these secrets are nice and juicy. Learn how to create an offer so good that people will actually fear missing it. Witness how, just by using these exact words, you can literally sell anything to anyone, anytime. Like, who doesn't want that? Secret number 4, the one main reason people are not opening your emails. Like, dude, why are not people not opening? So it's like, these are things that people really want. You know what I mean? Then they watch my whole webinar here. The webinar call to action, okay, simply takes them to book a call with me. I mean, we sell higher ticket things. So that's all they do, is they pick a time, right? For example, I don't have any times available this week. Why is that? Oh, my schedule's full this week. So this is for next week, right? And then what's interesting is I asked them questions. So this is how you filter people out, guys. For example, like, you might want to ask, hey, how much do you have to invest? Hey, are you new? Like, it depends totally on you. Like let's just say you're selling, I don't know, an exercise program that, people need to eat dairy. So you're going to ask, like, hey, are you lactose intolerant? And if they're like, yes, well, then you don't need to waste your time, going through the whole process with them. So you ask what's called filtering questions. Like, I'll ask, what's the number one thing holding you back from reaching your goals, right? So they'll tell me, for example, like, dude, copywriting, messaging, I don't know how to place myself as an authority. I don't know how to get the right testimonies. I don't know how to build the right funnel. So guess what I'm going to say in my phone call? Hey, we specialize in messaging, helping you build an awesome funnel, helping you with the right ethical principles of persuasion. Like, whatever their problem is, we're going to regurgitate that to them as a solution, as long as it's true, as long as we specialize in that, which typically we do, and you should as well. So do you see how we're actually helping them help us sell to them via having them answer these questions, which is phenomenal, which is awesome. Is there anything else you want me to know? And this is where they start telling me, like, their deeply rooted why, or if they're broke, they'll tell me hey, I'm completely broke, and that'll help you filter and save time. Or they'll tell you, or if you want to help someone out, okay, this person really needs help, I can actually, help them pro bono as like a charity project or something. But, these are very important. You need to see how much, like, for example, like, I say, how much are you looking to make? I want to see how ambitious they are. But like, if you're in the health niche, you can say, hey man, how many pounds are you looking to lose? If someone's like saying 1 pound, right? Okay, this is not the right program for you. You know what I mean? So that's what I do. Then they schedule a call with me, and then I close the deal on the phone. You know what I mean? And that's really what my funnel is. So to reiterate, it's a simple opt-in page, okay, that goes directly to a webinar replay, right? Let me do it live for you, actually. Let's think of something. The Texas man, the Texas man, right? I live in Texas, by the way. So we'll say here, Okay, watch the free masterclass. Boom, what does it do? It goes directly in there. You know what I tell you? It goes directly in, right? And then you watch. Look, you have to press play, right? And then you sit there and you watch it.
Hey guys, welcome to the.
And then you can actually pause it. You can't rewind or forward it. And look, people are like, oh no, you have a YouTube link, bro. People can see on YouTube. Like, stop it. Like, if you here's the thing, like, people want to hide these things, right? Like, oh, dude, people can click here and they can forward it and run. Dude, here's the thing. Understand something. Your offer should be so good that they want to watch it. Do you understand that? Like, your hook should be so good that you don't need to start hiding things or start pretending that you're live and all. It's all a bunch of nonsense. Just have a great offer. Do you know what I mean? Have a great message. Look at the 7 steps to 7 figures. We'll be on a behind-the-scenes look at exactly how I recently helped take 3 funnels to 7-figure mark using the 7 golden principles of persuasion. Now, I haven't touched this webinar since I did it a year ago. As a matter of fact, it was 3. Now it's 7. I haven't even updated. I haven't touched the webinar. I have not touched it. And that one webinar, guys, this one stupid, simple, ugly funnel, this one webinar totally changed my life. Okay. I literally recorded it. Here's what I did. I was actually working a 9-to-5 job that not only was I check to check, I was actually going into debt every single month. This was right after I got a job after like my homeless era, after I learned about funnels. And I actually got a job helping the company with funnels. and I was living check to check. And I was actually getting paid relatively well, but still living check to check and actually going into debt every month. And I built my own webinar, this webinar, and I built it being in debt, being check to check right after being homeless. And I just recorded it and I put it in this funnel, and I haven't touched it since. And it's just completely changed my life. I mean, it's allowed me freedom, time and financial freedom. It's allowed me to impact many lives. It's allowed me to pay for many blind children's eye surgery to give them the gift of vision. It's allowed me to sponsor a lot of orphans. It's allowed me to impact people from all around the world. It's given me a totally different life and a totally different opportunity to impact the world in a positive way. And it's given my family opportunities that they never would have had before. It's given me an opportunity to take care of my mother, which is something that's beautiful to me because she always has taken care of me my whole life, and now I take care of her. Funnels is beautiful. Webinars is beautiful. You don't have to go nuts. You don't have to go complicated. Just concentrate on giving the exact solution to the exact problem that's out there, which is precisely what I've done here.
Mm-hmm. There's so many interesting things that I want to point out. I mean, the first is that, you really have built your entire site on ClickFunnels, which is something that, I definitely hear people every once in a while in the ClickFunnels group saying, hey, can I build my entire website, or is it just funnels? There's so much that you can do thinking outside the box. So I loved that. That was really cool. But then also, I love the simplicity of this entire funnel. First of all, that it's just literally a couple of steps. We see people all the time, and Russell was talking about this at Funnel Hacking Live 2018, how people are always trying to put in like 30 upsells and it goes here and it goes there. But like the reality is that simple does better. And that even if you aren't as familiar with the software yet, even if maybe you're new to ClickFunnels and like just even using the automated webinar funnel like scares you, this actual page where your webinar video is hosted isn't even in an automated webinar page. It's just like on literally like a regular page that you built. There's no like you were saying, like timers and all that sort of stuff. Like, so even if you're feeling like intimidated by that, you can still go simple and see results.
Absolutely. Also, a couple of things that I didn't even do that would have dramatically increased my income, which I just never got around to doing, which is pathetic and ridiculous. But I guess there's an awesome lesson in there as well, that there's always stuff to do to improve your income, but that doesn't mean you can't do great from the get-go. I don't have a single email automation set up to this. People opt in, and now I email them regularly, but for like an entire year almost, nothing happened. I collected the email, I did nothing with it. Let me tell you something. You can make a ton of money from email automation. And I have previously, I didn't do it here. I don't know. It's one of those mysteries in my business. It's one of those weird things. I just never did it. But I highly recommend putting an email automation system in there.
Absolutely. A good lesson for us all to learn is that there's always stuff that we can be adding. There's stuff that we can be tweaking and testing. It's important to look at those analytics. But I mean, look, you're doing, how many millions, and you're not even, having those really complicated follow-ups and all that sort of stuff. So it just goes to show you can have success even when you keep it simple.
Yeah, my mom always told me, it's funny, my mom always told me when I was a kid, she always said, KISS, keep it simple, stupid.
I like that.
Always told me that, and my dad, actually. I always heard that growing up.
Mm-hmm. Keep it simple. Akbar, this has been fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing. One final chance, if there's anything that you want to leave our audience with.
Well, no, listen, I always, anytime I'm given an opportunity to give a last word, I'm compelled to give my number one secret, which is, as you can see, I'm not going to give you a big, massive funnel, ninja hack that everyone's looking for. Frankly, they're irrelevant in all honesty. You're not going to get any of that from me. I love telling my number one secret. I feel it is my duty to do so. My number one secret for success is honestly just giving. Okay. From day one. And people say, I'll give when I have money. Nonsense. You didn't need to have the giving mindset from day one. If you have money, give it. I didn't. Okay. Guess what? Remember, I used to be homeless. Guess what? I gave time. I said, oh man, I'm so busy trying to make it. I don't have time. Well, first of all, your time management's no good. But second of all, fine. You don't have time. Guess what? Do some kind things. Like call your mama, make her smile. Do something nice for somebody. That's giving, right? But be in the giving mindset from day one. We now try to give 10% of gross revenue to charities. Find a charity you're passionate about. like me, I'm very passionate about blind kids who actually we can give the gift of vision to just by paying for their eye surgery. They just can't afford it because they're in third world countries, Africa, so on and so forth. I mean, to me, I started crying when I literally heard that. I always say, find a why that makes you cry. If you have let me tell you something about money, guys. Okay. And I think this is kind of a beginner's program. So I think a lot of people watching this, haven't made a whole time. Here's the thing. I've come from being homeless. I got to tell you, yeah, we make a ton of money. I got to tell you, it doesn't matter anymore. Like I joke, how many diamond earrings do you want me to buy my horse? Like I have the fancy, I live on a nice, nice loft on the lake, and we have the nice Bentley and all this and all that. Can I tell you something? It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. If somebody took my Bentley today and my jewelry and my nice watches and Breitling watch and all this and all that, it doesn't matter, guys. What's left is impact. Making this world a better place, doing good to your family, your community, your charities. This is what really matters. So money, honestly, and a lot of people are so interested in it and interested in, I've vacationed all around the world. And it's all cool and all that, but can I tell you something? It wears off real quick. At this point, I don't even care about any of it. Really, it was nice. I went to Sydney, London, blah, blah, Hawaii, blah. All these luxury vacations. It's cool and everything. But guys, impact is where is the longevity. Look at all the Hollywood stars. They make all the money in the world. They're so depressed, antidepressants, all committing suicide, all getting divorced. They're miserable. Guys, it's not about the money. It's about the impact, and have that in your funnel from day one. Have that cause in your funnel, in your business from day one. Be honest and be ethical. And I think this will give you true longevity success. I think real success is not how much is in your bank account, but it's how much inner peace you feel. And I feel inner peace by doing philanthropy. And the definition of philanthropy is improving the quality of mankind. Guys, so I really encourage you to look beyond the dollar. It'll come and go. Honestly, once you figure these things out, dollars become irrelevant, paying the bills becomes irrelevant. Look beyond it and have bigger goals, and just be true to yourself and really just enjoy the journey. It's a really beautiful one.
Fantastic. Thanks so much for sharing all of that, Akbar. It's been fantastic to have you on the summit. So thanks again.
Thanks, guys. Peace out.